Hello, and welcome to drillingcontractor.org. I'm Kelly Ainsworth, here at the 2016 IADC Drilling Onshore Conference in Houston. Earlier today, Baron Lucas of EnviroLogic Solutions shared his geostrategic outlook for the world oil market. He's here to tell us more about his outlook. How are you doing today, Baron?
Good morning. Good, thank you. You?
Doing well.
Great.
And can you tell us how the U.S.'s role as a swing producer will impact not just the industry, but its role as a global power?
Well, the industry is responsible now for setting the price of oil. The more we produce, the lower price gets. So we're in a tough position to be in. Oil prices will go up this year. They'll go up even higher next year. We just heard that in that speech. Now we have to see how we can measure our output correctly to keep the price at a level where we can produce enough and not produce too much to get the price lower again. As far as the world and our position in it, it's really about energy independence and about setting the cost globally. So we are now the price setter, quite frankly, based on our production. And that will mean more choices for us and also mean more responsibility down the range.
And what are some of the geopolitical factors that you see having a potential impact on the oil supply and demand and thus recovery?
Well, it depends on who you ask. My opinion is that demand is not going to go quite as high as we may have heard this morning, only because of demographics. There's obviously the unrest in the Middle East, but that in itself may shrink supply and therefore increase the price of oil. Demographics, though, is a different story. Those numbers don't lie. You can't fake them. It's just a matter of an aging population problem. So if you go China, Russia, Japan, all of Europe, all of Russia, are aging so rapidly that demand will go down at some point. Now, the emerging nations, Mexico, India, will increase, but overall, world population is aging. Now, older people need less energy. They drive less. And so I think, maybe I could be wrong, but I think next 2 or 3 decades, we're going to see a leveling off of demand increase. The emerging world won't keep up with the aging populations in the industrialized, more developed world.
And what is the importance of shale to the future of the United States?
It's maybe the most important thing in our lifetimes. Prior to the shale revolution, about 2010, 2011, our production has gone on a steady decline. We're running out of oil. That means we're running out of options and out of ability to act independently from OPEC and other producers. Now that we have shale and unconventional production, meaning horizontal drilling and hydraulic fracturing, we literally are in the driver's seat. We have an almost limitless supply of hydrocarbon fuels in this country. If you combine oil, gas, and coal, we can self-sustain ourselves very, very rapidly. Draw a circle around Mexico, Canada, and the United States, we become energy independent within 2 or 3 years. That gives us an incredible array of options we've never had before. Our involvement in the Middle East may shrink because we don't have to depend on their oil. We can supply our allies with our oil and our gas and our coal. This assures the United States will be the only superpower for decades to come.
Thank you for joining us today, Baron, and sharing your insight on the interplay between geostrategy and the oil industry.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us on drillingcontractor.org.